What's going on, beautiful people? It is Wednesday, January 6, 2021, man. It feels weird saying that, 2021. Where does the time go, bro? It's already here. We've already paid rent. Pockets feeling a little bit emptier. Income's feeling more or less the same. But nonetheless, man, we're going to just keep on rocking and rolling, and good things will happen little by little. We're just at the beginning of the year, guys. So this is, again, the time to, you know, start readjusting our attitudes towards certain things, start thinking of new ways to innovate, start thinking of new ways to move forward. But before I get into everything, I hope everybody's had a good week so far. It's Wednesday, it's hump day, we're halfway through the week. And man, I can't wait till the weekend. I can't wait till the weekend. But overall, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you all have been safe and sound wherever you are, whatever you're doing out there. Sending you all a lot of positive vibes, a lot of positive attitude, and a lot of love, man. Whatever you're doing out there, keep going after it, keep chasing those dreams. And thank you for coming out and checking out the show, man. I'm your host, Rob Sadri. Welcome to Glad You Made It. Let's kick it off, bro. I'm just gonna sip of this. Nothing beats black coffee in the morning, man, to get you going, right? Nothing beats black coffee. Stuff that I want to talk to you guys about today. No particular agenda. I'm just going to go over some random stuff that I've been thinking about. Some of it may be funny, some of it may be a little bit serious, but whatever it is, we're going to have fun, man. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Things that have been on my mind and that I'd like to, talk to you guys about. How do you guys feel about guns? I like guns. I like guns. I'm a huge fan of being able to protect yourself. Now, I live in Toronto. Totally different situation than what you guys deal with down in the US. I know a lot of folks have firearms in the US and you guys are all proud of it and you guys like it. It's part of your culture, and I love guns, dude. I think it's important that everybody should be able to safely, go apply for a permit or a license and then get themselves a firearm and then maybe go to a range, get some target practice. It's just not, and you can, diversify that later on if you're into hunting and stuff. The reason why I like guns is because I remember my dad had a pistol when I was a kid, and, I got to shoot it a couple of times. I don't remember what it was, but I think it was a little revolver, like a 22 or something, And I remember just, he take us like to target practice and stuff, and me and my brother, it was a lot of fun. I like shooting guns, and bow and arrows I've never tried, but I do like bow and arrows, dude. Should we all get into like having bow and arrows too if we want to? Like, that's the thing, a lot of people aren't for guns, and whatever, to each their own. You can have your opinion. I don't personally own a gun. I've never owned a weapon like that, and yeah, it's a little bit different here in Canada. There's kind of no need for it, but in terms of, a hobby or an activity, I like the hobby and activity. I don't even want it for like protection or anything, but it'd be nice to just it's, if you've ever shot a gun, you know what I'm talking about, dude. It's a really cool feeling. It's a really cool feeling, and like target practice to get that accurate aim going, it's really fun and you can learn a lot. But I've never tried archery. I've never fucked with bow and arrows. I'd like to try that as well. I haven't, again, this was something I tried when I was a kid with my pops, and I've never had any further like target practice, but I got pretty good hand-eye coordination, and I would think when things loosen up, I might give, archery a shot. Bow and arrows seem kind of cool, man. Not as dangerous as guns, obviously, so I'm gooch with that, and, get a little bit of that practice, and I'm sure it helps with a lot of different things. That's the thing, once you try something and you learn there's so many other things that come along with it that are beneficial. So that's something that I've been thinking about, man. And I don't know, if we want to like fight guns, or like, should we, yeah, if everybody got a bow and arrow, it would kind of even out the playing field. But I don't know, if it was, yeah, choosing between the bow and arrow and the gun, obviously the gun makes more sense. But bow and arrow is pretty fucking fun, dude, Put an apple on your bud's head. If you get good at it, shoot it. Yeah, shoot the apple a few times. Shoot your friend a few times. Practice makes perfect, right? You'll probably miss a few times, but try to get the apple at one point. Honestly, Yeah, bow and arrow, and that's the thing too. Like back in the day, like guns, like yeah, the repercussions are really heavy. If you shoot somebody with a gun, chances of them like dying, it's pretty high, right? But if you shot somebody with a bow and arrow, dude, it's a nice warning shot. Maybe, yeah. What if cops started carrying bow and arrows instead of that'll it'll definitely you'll need more time to think to like draw that arrow, wind it back. You might even like get that butterfinger, so it'll give you a lot of time. Will we see less death if cops were to be given bow and arrows instead of guns? I know in the UK your cops don't even carry guns, which is just like, but at the same time you guys got cameras like everywhere, so you're watching everything all the time. So I guess there's really no need for a gun, which is kind of nice. But again, it goes back to the previous discussions of always being monitored and all that stuff. It's a combination, right? People should take personal responsibility, not hurt each other, but at the same time, you should be able to play with these, weapons recreationally, like bow and arrows, guns. Take it to the shooting range, take it to the archery range, whatever it is, archery field. I don't know, whatever it like. Take it to the facilities, take it to the places that are meant for those things, and do it there safely in an environment where you can, be involved in something that everybody else is into and build a community too. It's fun. Like I said, you get to learn so many different things. You get to see different people, and it's fun stuff, man. That's what I've been thinking about lately. Archery's kind of cool. I might get into it. And yeah, man, if you shot somebody, they're not gonna immediately die, right? It's like it's a bow and arrow, dude. If you got shot with a bow and arrow, I mean, never gonna hear a rap song about that, right? Getting shot by a bow and arrow 9 times. So what? Went in like what, an inch or two? I mean, sure, it's definitely able to kill you, but like, kind of puts you down from that bow and arrow, dude. I'm joking. I hope nobody ever gets shot with a bow and arrow, dude. But that'd be a funny story. I don't know if I'd even take it out. I kind of like if I got shot with a bow and arrow, dude. I'd kind of roll with it a few days, leave it in there. Hang a few clothing items on that bad boy. Do your laundry, let it dry, dude. Oh man. You guys, I've had a lot of time on my hand. My hair's growing long. I give myself haircuts, dude. If you ever see me with a different haircut, I give myself haircuts. I've been cutting my own hair forever, since I was a kid, bro. I've not paid for a haircut in at least a decade, dude. All about saving the moolah, dog. Gotta save that dollar. Gotta save that cheddar. Put it somewhere useful, you know what I'm saying? I've never paid for a haircut. I paid for a haircut maybe in my lifetime, probably 20 times, dude. Maybe 20 times in a lifetime. 31 now. Yeah, man. Cut your own hair. Save some money. Don't worry about it. If you got money, go to the hair salon. Support the peeps. But, man, it was just one of those things. I grew up with it. And, like, the worst case scenario, especially if you're a dude, you fuck up, you just shave it off, dude. No biggie. And you get good at it. I've not had a bad haircut ever. Jokes. But this is now kind of getting long, and I like him. And I had my hair up in a fucking man bun last year. It's too much to maintain. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know. I'll just let this bad boy grow out. Maybe I won't shave the sides anymore. Well, we'll see, man. We'll see how long I can grow it and tolerate it. And it's basically with hair and men, it's use it or lose it, or use it till you lose it, man. Just take care of it. But all in all, happy with the growth process. It's getting a little bit shaggy here and there, but whatever, man. It is what it is. It's a good concern or a good problem, you know. If you've got bad hair days, that's a good problem, you know. What else did I want to talk to you guys about, man? Here's the thing. I've been thinking about the moon lately, you guys, and like, I really want to go to the moon. I wish we would just make it more frequent. We've obviously been before. I was just checking the distance. It's not even that far, dude. It's literally like 380,000 kilometers. And the circumference of the Earth is roughly 40,000 kilometers. So pretty much it's like, going around the world like 19 or 20 times, basically. That's the distance. It's not that far, dude. It's 380,000 kilometers. What is it? 240 miles, dude. 240 miles ain't nothing. But I guess it's they always talk about the fuel and the cost and that like we've already been there. There's no point. But yeah, I mean like we've already gone to a lot of places. But we keep going back, right? Let's go there. Thing is, I'd like us to explore more planets. I'm looking forward to peeps going up into Mars and stuff. But if it's just 380,000 kilometers, can we not make it so that it's somehow more feasible or affordable to go? If we were to make some sort of I want like folks at Tesla to be working on this shit, guys. Like, can we make a hyperloop to the moon? Can we somehow get a hyperloop straight to the moon? Is that doable? Like, I was reading, if I'm not mistaken, it takes roughly with the rockets and the technology that we got right now, like 3 days to get there, if I'm not mistaken. Which makes sense. 380,000 kilometers. If you're traveling, what? I don't even know what's the distance that rockets travel. Is it more than 1,000 kilometers an hour? You guys do the math. You're better at this stuff, but I would definitely like to have a little, and then like next thing you know, we're building a bridge to Mars or whatever. Maybe there's better ways, but I'm just saying I'd like us to have, we need to take care of the Earth and everything, but it'd be nice to have a little backup, in case we see a fucking giant asteroid coming towards us, dude. Get everybody on that hyperloop, dip, and then see from afar when it's safe, come back. But it'd be nice to have like a second backup home. But yeah, we need to all just collectively work on these things. That's why, man, we need to just forget about these silly social constructs of race and gender and nationality and all these body politics, this, that, and the other, and the isms and the... just forget about it. Let's all work together. Let's go to the moon, dude. Let's go to the moon. Chill with some aliens, bruh. Get you an alien. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, could we make a hyperloop bridge, like somehow floating? Yeah, you guys are better at physics and math, man. Figure it out. But let's get to the moon again. It'd be pretty fucking dope to travel to the moon if you can. And like, if you got it going, like, it's available to the public. Yo, bro, imagine taking a vacay to the moon, dog. That'd be sweet. Sit in that little hyperloop chamber, just have some popcorn. Watch some ETs fly by, with the wifey and the kids. Be pretty sweet, dude. Be pretty sweet. In addition to that, the things that I like, we should be starting to invest in somehow, I guess, creating... Here's the thing, like, the Earth is eventually gonna die. It's eventually gonna die of, like, natural causes. Eventually. That's if we don't fuck it up ourselves prematurely, which we're great at. So before we fuck it up too much, let's pause. Let's break a little bit on fucking the Earth. Let's treat it a little bit better. Mother Nature needs a little bit of assistance now and again. Although Mother Nature will probably outsmart all of us, I'm not too worried about her. But let's think of alternative ways. Like, can we make another planet? You know how we made fake islands? Can we make a fake planet, or just not a fake planet? Can we make a planet? If we were to make a planet kind of like half the size of the Earth or something, and were to just drop it off by the side of the Earth, what would happen? Would it just like fucking spin with us or around us? I don't know, you guys, but can we get an extra planet or two going just in case, man? Just in case everybody needs that little extra lifeboat. Like if if the Earth was a Titanic, you don't want everybody panicking, right? You want there to be a lifeboat or a life ship or a life Earth, Again, I'm not good at the physics and the math. You guys figure it out. I'll come out with the creative ideas, but we do need to, and that's the thing, man. It's like we're always fighting over land. There's like 75% or like 80% of the Earth is all water. Why don't we just move into the water, dude? Like all these homeless people, like move into the water, bruh. So much space in water. Just just gotta figure out how to like breathe and everything underwater. If ever, like that's the thing. If we could all just breathe underwater, it'd be sweet, man. Maybe we can. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe we've not been exposed to water for a long time and we forgot how. Maybe there are other humans on other planets, like they can breathe outside and then they get in the water, breathe in through their nose and mouth and like, push it out through their butt or vagina. Maybe the dudes in some other planets are using their penises as like little propellers and the ladies are using their vaginas as like a queefing device to just like, take off and launch underwater. Maybe we're not breathing right. I don't know, but until we figure that out, let's I don't know, let's either figure a way out to make better use of the land, because like that's the thing, like there's plenty of, like that's the thing, I was looking at the number of just, I like to check on different things every now and again. I'm like looking at the numbers, how many people live in Canada right now. The latest stats came out to about 39 million, 38 million and change. A few years ago it was around 33 million, a decade ago maybe. So we're growing, every population is constantly growing obviously, but we're roughly at 38. Let's just round it up, whatever, let's just say we're 40 million peeps right here in Canada, right? And I'm like, why do we have homelessness? 40 million people? We should be able to take care of 40 million people, dude. 40 million people's nothing. Why do we have homelessness? I drive by or I walk by some neighborhoods, and it's sad, man. It's sad. You see people in tents, you see people on the streets, and I'm like, 40 million people? We can't have 40 million houses? Then I'm like Googling, how many houses do we build a year? And it's coming up to like, I don't know, 100 to 200,000 houses a year, and we've been consistently building houses. That's the thing, I don't get it. Is there a shortage of houses? Is there a shortage of space? I don't think so. It's definitely not a shortage of like resources. It's just money, and we keep inflating the price of the houses, but the minimum wage always remains the same, or if it goes up, it's just a little, like, tiny fraction. So you're never able to, and like that's the thing right now with the housing prices, it's ridiculous. What are we doing, guys? So unless we want to live in the water or build another planet, we got to figure shit down here first. So you have made all these, houses and condos, and you sell them and you market them as luxury, right? You put that luxury brand on everything. It's shit, but you can call it luxury, and people will pay, an arm and a leg for it. $1 million, $2 million for a condo, for a 1-bedroom apartment in Toronto, $1 million for 500 square feet, where you can hear your neighbor fart and have them, walk by you every day, getting stuck in that elevator every day, going up and down into that little parking spot where you park your little tiny car, and you bought yourself a piece of luxury, dude. Yeah, that's luxury, I guess. You know what I'm saying? 500 square feet or 600 square feet, $1.1, $1.2 million, $2 million for a little fucking, shack that's built out of like cardboard. Sure, yeah, that makes total sense, bro. And you talk to folks from like not too long ago, folks that are, I don't have a dad, and my mom's somewhere else, but I've talked to many people throughout my life, folks that I would put in a category of, well, like, age-wise, they would be the same age as my parents. And you talk to them, they're like, how much was your first house when you bought it? And the prices you hear are so reasonable, dude. $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 at max, some of them, And you're like, okay, if a young couple were to get together, work together, or even a person, if they were to just be, a little bit smart with what they're doing, that's feasible. You can definitely get yourself a property, invest in yourself, invest in a business. But right now, the global economy has just, put all its eggs in one basket called the global housing market. Because there were no more, like, safe havens, right? Because there's as soon as so many things are related, but, when the dollar is not backed up by gold, when we just keep inflating prices, it's gotten out of hand. And I feel bad because a lot of folks like myself who want to enter the market are hoping for a major, major crash. But that's going to hurt society, Because I feel bad. Those are regular people that are going to lose their, value that they've been hoping to gain over this time. And at the end of the day, the bank's always going to get their money, Big corporations will always get bailed out. So it's always like the average folk usually goes and invests in property if they're really, vigilant with their money, if they're kind of smart about their movements and whatnot. But that's the thing, every 10 years, every 20 years, you'll have a dip in the market. And it's because, you'll have those major dips and then it will start to skyrocket again. And right now, we haven't even had a major dip in the market. I love it. I'm on top of this shit, you guys. I keep reading different stuff. And it's just marketing, dude. It's just marketing and public relations for the real estate market, dude. Like, right now they're saying the market is hot. The market is hot again. What are you talking about? The market is hot, bro? What market is hot? Nobody has any money. What are you talking about? 1.2 million, 2 million for a little tiny shack of an apartment that you call a condo, and you label it luxurious because the foyer is like 12 feet tall and you got a chandelier swinging in the middle. Dude, people have had enough of these ridiculousnesses. Alright? Let's figure a way to dial back these numbers, or we're just gonna keep inflating. It doesn't matter. Like, that's the thing. Eventually it's gonna burst. And that's what I was warning about. I don't want us to go through another phase of, a major global depression like we did back in the day, right? In the 30s, in the late 20s. But it seems like we're just, slowly building up to that. And I'd like us to just, get around, so many things. And I was reading another article, kind of coincides with the topic of luxury. Let me just see. They just built this diamond ring with 12,638 diamonds, and it set a Guinness World Record. Yeah, check out this thing. Just punch in like largest diamond ring, 12,638 diamonds on it. It's the size of my hand, dude. It's not even a ring anymore. And yeah, again, that's like diamonds and jewelry. That's one thing that's always been associated with like wealth and status and concept of luxury. So now there's this ring. I guess it's gonna be up for sale at one point. And it's the size of my face, dude. I mean, what's next? Somebody's just gonna make one big. We're just upping it, and I like the art aspect of it, the craftsmanship that went into it. But the value attached to these things are so subjective, and it's just a big social construct, you guys. It doesn't mean anything. It's just we as people have collectively decided that we're gonna take this thing and say its value is this, and say that it's rare and it's hard to come by. And that's it. It's just a big public relations and marketing campaign. And a lot of people buy into it. I don't get the concept of buying a diamond ring. And a lot of you guys are like good folks out there too. And a lot of these times, like back in the day, like right now it's gotten a little bit better over the years, but a lot of times, back in the day, your diamonds, man, it came from blood diamonds, right? Y'all know. And even now, when you get a diamond, how do you know that it's like, where did it come from? Who mined it? Was it a child mining that diamond? You're like, no, they've got regulations now. It's only a grown man that's got nothing else going on for him, so he's forced to, go into these mines and mine diamonds and make nothing off of that labor. I don't know, dude. Diamonds, I'm like, they're not even rare, dude. That's the thing. It's all just like marketing. It's all been sold to you, and as a collective, we buy these things. We buy into the idea of, okay, if I want to get married or settle down, I gotta buy a diamond ring and put a diamond ring on my gal's hand or my man's hand, whatever, right? I mean, if we look back at it, like, that's the thing too, like, marriage right now has become such a... It's so sus. Marriage is so sus. As a legal contract, it's so sus, dude. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Back in the day, like, people got married, talking way back in the day, you guys. Like, originally people got married because, like, if I'm not mistaken, do your research, but I think marriage started off for, like, royalty and power alliances, essentially, maintaining and keeping power. That's why they got married. Sometimes you had, family members or like incestuous relationships to even hold those bonds and powers in place. So people got married. But, that whole concept of the ring, buying somebody a ring to, show them your love. If you're gonna buy a ring, I'm not against consumerism. I'm about smart consumerism and smart and ethical capitalism. At the end of the day, I think capitalism is the best thing that ever happened to humanity. The way we've advanced in the past 100 years, it's just due to capitalism, dude. A lot of great innovation funded so that we can have all the great things that we have today, But some of the shit's like ridiculous. They're like diamond rings. And it's beautiful, but like maybe that should just be looked at as a piece of art. Do I admire it as a piece of art and somebody's craftsmanship? Sure. Should it be worth, I don't even know what it's worth. I don't even want to say. It's probably like millions of dollars. Who knows, right? And some rich folk's going to get it, and it's going to just, disappear somewhere. But like, it's just marketing, you guys. You do know it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that if you give somebody a diamond ring, you love them more, that your love's never gonna have turbulence or hardships, or that your relationship's even gonna last. Those physical things don't mean anything. Like, if it's all about your commitment and your relationship. If you're strong, if you're both in it to win it, you'll make it. But if you're into that, pursuit of materialist goods, and it's basically object fetishism. That's what it is, you guys. We're fetishizing objects. We're whatever it may be. If like buying a little thing here and there, buying something, especially, that's the thing. What I don't mind when, I guess, if you've earned your money, if you have tons to go around and it's just whatever, it's just pocket change to you, I get that level. What bothers me sometimes is I see like average day folks who should be focused on themselves, who should be focused on their craft, who should be focused on their work and their families. Everybody's teased by these little material things, right? And it could be whatever. It could be a diamond ring for somebody, it could be a car for another, it could be a pair of shoe or watch, whatever it is. We see something that we like, and sometimes we get distracted, right? You go and spend a ton of money on that shiny brand new thing where you could have invested in yourself or save it for something better and of more importance and of more value. If you got a ton of money, spend it however you like. I'm not here to tell you. But I don't like when people are cash strapped or are in a hard spot, but then you got weird spending habits, and then you complain about not having money. I've fallen for that in the past as a younger male. I've definitely fallen into that trap where I've maybe not had the money and I went and bought something on credit, paid it off later and everything. But that's the thing. This is how they get you. This is how the system works, right? The whole concept is buy now, pay later. Enjoy it now, worry about it later. And it starts with a little shoe or a watch. It could lead to a car. Later on, a house, several houses. That's the thing. I like people spending money. I like people to spend wisely. Don't take a bite that you can't chew, That's just, you're gonna regret it. And you're gonna end up hating that thing that you bought. You're not gonna enjoy it. If it's putting like a dent in your pocket, don't buy it. But if you got plenty to go around, sure, buy that thing. But also, I do want rich people to start using their money a little bit more wisely as well. Like, you should start, like, if you have tons and tons of money, you should just be giving way more, guys. And I'm not going to tell you how. Choose the methods and paths that you like to utilize and allocate your resources. At the end of the day, we're all in it together and we all need each other. I don't want there to be like this thought that it's rich versus the poor, or left versus the right, or the males versus the females, or the blacks versus the whites, or the Asians versus the Hispanics, this and the other. We're all in it together. Nothing should be separating us. And you can't, we shouldn't like throw out the baby with the bathwater, right? There are a lot of great industries, there's a lot of great innovation, but we just need to start thinking a little bit more smart and doing things better, essentially. Doing things better, right? What did I want to talk to you guys about that's kind of related to this? Oh, you know what I'd like, you guys? Can we get like, thinking of if land is an issue and the housing, like that's the thing, if it costs so much money to build houses, which it doesn't, right? Can we have alternative houses, guys? Like, I know in the past like 10 years especially, I know tiny houses have been very popular, and van lifing has become really popular again. People traveling, living in their cars. But sorry, I got distracted. Just saw this. Somebody's calling me. What did I want to talk about? Jeez, that distracted me for a second. But can we get? I want here's the thing. I want to live on water. And I want to live in like a big bubble. Not a big bubble, but a bubble that, maybe 500 square feet bubble, if you can figure that out somehow. And I want it to be made out of, I guess, military grade glass so it doesn't break or anything. And yeah, man, it'd be dope to just float around in water, have it furnished by IKEA or something, something minimal. See the fishies, see the fish swim by. Get yourself a little dolphin pal. and have yourself a ball, basically. You know what I mean? We can like attach chains to the balls, kind of float on water. Is that a thing? Can we get that going, you guys? I don't know. I'll leave it at that. And did I want to talk about anything else today? No, you guys. Thank you guys for coming and checking out these videos. If you like what you see, and like I said, man, this podcast, this sit down is all about comedy. It's all about thinking outside the box. It's all about me tickling your brains from the internet, right? If you like the videos, go ahead and subscribe on YouTube. Like it on YouTube. You can also obviously follow me on Instagram and like the videos on Instagram as well. Love you guys. Have a great week. Stay safe out there. I'll see you on Friday. Peace out.